Welcome to Provo, Utah, Lavelle Edwards Stadium, home to the 1984 national champion BYU Cougars, and this, one of the more intimidating venues in all of college football. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Florida State Seminoles taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the BYU Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. So Florida State's offense will have the opening possession of the game. And Jesse, this is going to be a fun test. This receiver, if you leave him in man coverage, you might be in for some trouble.
And so when you get him in the one-on-ones, you got to throw his way. He's a really good route runner. He can catch the football. And then when the defense decides to double cover and take him away, that's when you go somewhere else with the football or you run it. The balance in this offense, based on how they play him, I think is big today.
Yeah, and that's what you've got to do as a defense. Sometimes you double team him, sometimes you play zone. Mix it up, give different looks, because he is a guy. He's shown the ability to burn your defense and make big plays.
Picks up the first down. There he goes to the right. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown Seminoles.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So BYU's offense will go to work for the first time today. And this might be a real challenge for this quarterback because that corner, David, can take away an entire half of the field.
Yeah, and that's the bright part of this defense. Like you know out wide exactly what you're getting week in and week out, and it is top flight. Like one of the best in the country at your spot. So interested to see how this passing attack works while avoiding that guy, because I'm not going after him, Paul.
Well, I don't think this quarterback has seen a secondary built like this. He definitely hasn't seen a corner with this guy's ability. And so if he is going to try him, he better have really good timing. He better be very accurate. He better not be late throwing out-breaking routes, because this dude will pick him off and take it to the house.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
He'll sneak it. Done enough for the first down.
And 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drop it.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
Third down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Fires to the big fella. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. He rifles one deep to the left. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. And oh, that one hurts to have the flag come out and take a touchdown off the board after that play. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking for a man, it's Castellanos. Throws for the tight end. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
That is such a great play by that defender. And how many times on deep balls do we see PI? Do we see pass interference? In situations just like that, that defender did an outstanding job.
He wants to throw it again. Working that left side now. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Finds a little space. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside. And you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The offense gets a fresh set of downs after the PI. We'll see if the defense can regroup and put together a stop. The Seminoles trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And how about the defense on that play, man? Playing aggressive, fast, downhill, 1st and goal, expecting run. Great job fitting the run. Great job getting the running back on the ground.
After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Had to get rid of it quickly. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many 1st downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with the touchdown.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's Hillstead. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the ground with the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long. So that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Finds his tight end. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the 1st down.
And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Everything seems to be working for this offense right now, and if they keep this up, this could get ugly by the 4th quarter.
The Noles have it with a 1st and goal. It's complete to the left. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
To the air, it's Hillstead. That's caught, it's Hagan. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. And he'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the 1st half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. Got room at the 35. Smashes ahead. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. The Cougars are rolling down the field. Off play action on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Erickson. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cougar!
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae. Making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Fighting off the defender. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all of the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dan.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th down.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows?
And the ball is free on the pitch. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. To the air, it's Castellanos. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Noles will line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. He'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Martin. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Looking to throw on first down. With the catch, it's Roberts. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Bachmeier. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Cougars with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They cross midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Ryan. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. No good. Opportunity to crawl within a touchdown, but the missed field goal leaves us with a 9-point game.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar, those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Provo.
And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
See what they dial up on 1st and 10. The give on the option.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Hillstead. Got his man quickly. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31. Pass completion, move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hagan. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Here's a heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, BYU! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Plows through the defense. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Looking for space. It's Martin. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To the air. It's Hillstead. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Ryan. Pulled down for the tackle.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. The holder will spot it about 35 yards out. Dead center perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 10 over Kent State. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Starts a drive trying to go up top. He wants to go deep. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place. Was
turning it on! Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And I love these offensive coaches going right back to your guy. I believe in you. Just because you fumbled doesn't mean I'm not going to give you the football.
Yeah, he's repaying the favor right now to this coaching staff as well. Doesn't it just seem like he's running with a little bit more juice? He looks like he's ticked off.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Unfortunately, ended up losing yards.
He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. It is deafening in here, soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on third down. Makes the grab on the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, we're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Well, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis. And they obviously had so much NFL talent surrounding him, but they had a leader. They had a guy that everybody could look at when times got tough and believe in. Someone has got to be able to establish themselves at the quarterback position for this team to get back to its winning ways.
Wants to keep it in the air. Finds the tight end. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business. The Seminoles will have it 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for a loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Unloads it left. He caught it. Touchdown, Florida State. And that one will give them the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Snap in the shotgun. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now third and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Caught over the middle. It's Roberts. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner goes down. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. They go to the ground. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given him some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards.
Oh, he's got some space. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Handoff to the lone back. Makes it past the marker. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to throw. It's Castellanos. Finds his man in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Touchdown Seminoles! Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Makes the grab. It's Hagan. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give him a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Knocked down behind the line for the 2nd straight play, bringing up a 3rd and lots of work to do. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Cougars in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a
touchdown Cougars. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. They're working that left side. And tackled there by the defense. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. 3rd down coming up, and the Cougar faithful are doing everything they can to help out this team. Now on the option. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got it in the middle, it's Pittman. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Got a little space. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll give it to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the 4th quarter inside of him.
Headed to the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
Really nice job by the running back here in the 4th quarter, picking up that 1st down. They need him now. They've got the lead, but not by a lot. Late in the game, they need him to play his best football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Noles. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Hillstead. Fires to the big fella.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play-calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
QB spikes the ball and the clock is stopped. No gain on the play.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Hagan. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On fourth down, going to the air. Hauls it in, the first down and more. There he goes. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
QB spikes the ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. Brings up second down.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Motion from the wide receiver. On fourth down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Hillstead. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back down.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground, and most...
Looking for the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man.